Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a speed test between NordVPN and ProtonVPN to see which one is faster in 2026. I'll be putting links for these in the description down below. I'm not sponsored by either one, but if you use my link, I'll get a small cutback. You'll get an extra discount, whether a couple extra months or a little discount, and it's a win-win for both me and you. That said, this video is not sponsored. Neither VPN is paying me to edit the HTML or anything like that or sponsoring this video. This channel doesn't really take sponsorships. So we're going to be doing a live speed test so you can tell which one's faster for torrenting, streaming, or whatever you want to do with a VPN. So why am I making this video? Well, Proton and Nord are actually my top 2 rated VPNs here on the channel, both for specific different reasons. NordVPN is like my feature pick, while ProtonVPN is like my transparent VPN pick. And if you guys are worried about getting doxxed, check out Incognito with my link in the description down below. Also not a sponsor of the channel, just an affiliate. It's a product I use myself and can vouch for and reviewed for many years. One of the best products on the channel, so go check out Incognito if you're worried about getting doxxed. All right, guys, now let's get on to the speed test. So we're going to be using a San Francisco server. We are now connected with NordVPN, just kind of like the default WireGuard settings. So let's go ahead and see what kind of speeds we can get. Now, without VPN on, I usually get around 1,000 plus. These speed tests kind of cap out around 1,000 plus, I've noticed. So VPNs that are pretty fast usually get around 5 to 10% speed degradation, and that's kind of what we're seeing here with NordVPN. Overall, this is a very good speed test for me. As you can see, my internet is quite fast, but we'll have to see how Proton does and if it's faster for that. So with this one, I could get around 90 to 100 megabits per second, which is equivalent of, or 900, which is equivalent of 90 to 100 megabytes a second. And then same for the upload. So overall, this is very good speeds. And let's go ahead and test out Proton right now. So guys, Proton didn't really seem to have a San Francisco necessarily, but San Jose is very close to San Francisco, so it's really the best I could do with this speed test, but I think it should be fine. So let's go ahead and see what it can do. All right, guys, so 900 for Nord. Let's go ahead and refresh the page right here, and we're going to see what kind of speed tests we can get with Proton VPN. All right, guys, so there is our speed test right there. All right, guys, so I had to blur that out because I was using split tunneling, a cool feature that Proton does provide in some other VPNs. But Proton had split tunneling on, so it was leaking my IP and not actually connecting. So I had to redo the speed test right here, if you're wondering why I edited it out. But here we go. We are connected now to the same server. So let's go ahead and see. Nord was around 909 for reference point for those speeds. And let's see if Proton could get pretty close. So right now, we're getting, honestly, a little faster than NordVPN in this test. Well, it's kind of evened out a little bit. Very, very close. So Nord was around 909, and this is around 20 megabits per second slower. But honestly, that would be equivalent of 90 megabytes a second to the comparison of 89 megabytes a second. And we are seeing kind of a similar story with upload. So overall, guys, who is the winner of this speed test? Well, that would be NordVPN. You saw that they got a little bit better download. Upload is pretty similar, but honestly, a very, very small difference, maybe like 1% difference. Both of these VPNs are super fast. Proton is a little bit cheaper than Nord, so there is something to be said for that. Pretty much a lot cheaper for 1% difference. But that said, NordVPN does have some cool features as well, like remote VPN offerings, a couple other different things, a little bit bigger server network overall. And that could be one reason. Like I said, Proton doesn't have a San Francisco server, whereas Nord does. So that could make it a little bit more optimal for me specifically. So guys, overall, very good speed test results from both these VPN providers. If you want to help support the channel, pick either one of these. It would really help the channel. And these are my top 2 rated VPNs. So it's no surprise to see such a close live speed test result between the 2 providers. All right, guys, thanks for checking out this video. I'll see you again very soon.